Season 2, Episode 2, Dove Day. I didn't get to hunt yesterday on the dove opener. I had to work. By the time I got off, it was so late in the afternoon. I still tried to hunt, but it was just too late. I ran home, grabbed Katie, grabbed a shotgun, and went to see if I couldn't scout possibly to find some birds to hunt for this morning. Today is Sunday the 9th. Excuse me, Sunday the 6th. It's the second day of dove season. So I was just gonna hunt this morning. Well, I got to looking around and I found this cow pasture, and close to where they feed the cattle, these feed bays, there was a few doves hanging out over there on power lines and in dead treetops. But it wasn't enough really to go back and hunt. So I thought, hey, if this is the only thing that I can find, I'm gonna come back here and hunt in the morning. But let's see if we can't just shoot a dove or two, you know, knock the rust off a gun, get some birds in Katie's mouth, and have fun with it. And I did. You know, we ended up shooting 2 doves yesterday afternoon, and y'all go ahead and check that out right now.
Atta girl. Heel. Good dog. Sit.
Alright guys, so it's the opening day of dove season. I had to work all day, but I figured, well, maybe I can get off in enough time, go look, see if I can find some doves hunt in the morning. And I couldn't help it, I just had to shoot one. I didn't even let it fly, I just busted that joker right off a limb. Had to get it out of my system.
Alright guys, we're gonna see if we can't do the old slip number on these birds. Hey Katie, heel, sit, no shame.
Alright guys, so just shot dove number 2 on the scout this afternoon. I know it's only 2 doves, but man, it's got me feeling good. I feel like we're finally back into something. Getting to be our time of the year. But I'm pretty sure I can see this bird. I think I have it marked, and I'm gonna send Katie on a retrieve. Let's see what the girl can do. Okay, dead bird. Bah! Atta girl, here. Atta girl. Heel. Sit. Good dog. Give it. Spot that I was hunting was kind of like, I wouldn't say hunting. I went and sat down for a minute. It was where the most birds were on the power lines, and y'all saw me kind of put the slip up on them, and I shot one sitting on the line, no mercy. At that point, I had to kill something. They were kind of far, so I didn't really know if I could hit them flying away, but I figured I could probably smoke that one if I aimed just a little high and my shot fell into him. But it worked out because, you know, we got a dove out of it. But where I was hunting is like, say here is the fence line, and I had my back against the fence line, and then right in front of me, the power lines kind of made a triangle. So then birds were kind of hanging out on the power lines and going to the feed bins, you know, the troughs and everything right behind me. So that's where I was gonna go back and hunt. But I get home that afternoon, calling around this, that, and other, and lo and behold, my dad calls me and says, hey, you want to go shoot some doves in the morning? I've got that field we hunted at this afternoon. I think there's going to be some doves there in the morning. I said, yeah, sure, let's go. So Dad's got us a field lined up. Let's go check it out, see if we can't get Katie on some more dove birds. Katie, what you got, girl? What you got, girl? Huh? Well, first dove of the morning Katie's got. I got one behind me, but it's across the road. My boys went on a pretty hot hunt this morning.
Miss Katie's done got her a couple birds. We're having fun, the birds are flying. Man, it's hard to get them on camera this morning. We got 2 birds down and missed plenty already, but just gonna stay after them. All right, boys, gonna put the girl on a bird. Dead bird. Hey, dead bird. Bang! And the Katie girl's got her a dove. Katie girl's on another bird. Sit. Good dog. Give it. Good dog. Alright guys, well Miss Katie is on fire this morning. So we done got us a sack full of birds. Having fun. If we'd have hit half everything we shot at this morning, we'd probably, I don't know, probably working on a limit or 2, I guess. But the morning's still young. See if we can't kill a few birds. Miss Katie's having fun. So here, this is kind of the setup. So we got us a spinner right there. We got a guy in the corn, a guy in the corner, a couple people over there under a tree, and got my old dad over there on the fence line. Y'all don't tell nobody, but I think he's just waiting to shoot him on the power line. Yeah, we're having fun getting on some doves. Give it. Good girl. All right, boys, quick update. Got about 6 birds over here. You know, it's a whole lot better than sitting at work, I guarantee you that. Got a couple dove birds. Back in the saddle, finally on them. Hey, if you haven't already, how about y'all go ahead and smash that like button for me? It helps out a lot. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It helps a ton. Nobody ever wants to talk about how hard it is to be a cameraman and a shooter. But, gotta be a shooter first and make up the camera work later. I think he's over here somewhere, but I'm not sure. Find it. Good dog. Here, Katie. Heel. Sit. Give it. Well, boys. Come on, Katie. I ain't been able to get much on camera this morning. It's been so dang fast paced. But hey, we're working towards a half a limit. All right, boys, so something that's pretty important way out here, even though it's early in the morning and these are marks, they're not that far, still pretty important to keep your dogs hydrated. Get in there, get Katie girl some water. Make sure the girl stays hydrated. You know, you wouldn't think a dog would be that thirsty. You know, this early in the morning, it's nice and cool. Haven't even ran that many marks, but got to keep them hydrated. I would rather her over drink and have to pee a lot than, you know, it get hot and being high driving or not stop and something happened to her out here. So remember, you got to keep your dogs hydrated. All right, guys, so no shame, just shot me a bird off the power line. Hey, Katie, here. Hey, we're gonna get the girl lined up. Heel. Sit. Here. Sit. Dead bird. Bang! Now the girl's found her bird. So we're shooting them any way we can kill them. No mercy on the dove birds. Hey, We killing a few. All right, guys, so when you're hunting at somebody else's field, it's pretty important to pick up all your holes. So Mojo makes this pick stick, and the way it works, it's got a magnet on the end. You just grab your holes. And you gotta bend over too far. No more bending over and picking up holes. Yes, sir. What do you think, Mr. Jade?
A little slow this morning.
A little slow? We scratched out a few though.
Sure did. We don't want no birds. Some tall grass you need to go get.
Yeah, we'll put her on it. Is this a taxi service or what?
Yes, sir.
10-4.
Unless you want to sit out here, you can stay all day. I'm just going to come pick up some. I was going to borrow your magnet, pick up some shell.
10-4. Now I'm going to finish picking up right here and I'll ride with you.
Come on.
All right. So, anyways, it's really important to pick up all your holes when you're somebody else's property, or just when you're out in general. Makes everything a lot better. The goal is to leave it better than you found it. So we're gonna get all these holes picked up, get Miss Katie loaded up, and maybe go get on another dove hunt this afternoon. Good dog. Oh, you're so good. Alright, for most of you watching this, I'm willing to bet you probably grew up cleaning doves like I did. But for the few of you that haven't, maybe some of the young guys, or maybe even the occasional female that watches this channel, here is how you clean doves. So pretty much what we're doing is we're just jerking the breasts out of these jokers right now. I think for a lot of people that don't hunt, they don't realize that we're not just out there, you know, shooting these poor little doves for sport. Personally, my end game is I love to eat them and I love to watch Katie get them. So pretty much the way you want to go about it is, some people use a pair of scissors and they rip the breast and then cut where the wings meet the shoulder joints. Me personally, you know, I'm kind of a bigger guy, so it really doesn't faze me. I just rip that breast right out of there. So you can see we're pretty much making light work of this little pile. But yeah, that's pretty much all you want to do is just rip those breasts out. And the next step, what I usually do before I ever put the dove breast in the water, is I try to get as many feathers off as possible. And the reason I do that is the better care you take of your wild game, the better the end product's going to be. So nobody likes to eat a feather, and dove feathers, if you've never handled them, they just, not only do they get everywhere, but they stick to everything. So just try to get as many of those off as possible, and you're going to be better off for it. You can go as far as you want with soaking these dove breasts in water. I've had them soaked for a couple days in salt water, and those breasts are completely white. And I've literally had them like right now, like what you're saying, take them fresh out of that water, wrap them in a piece of bacon, season them however you want, and grill them up. And I think they're good either way, so you can take that as far as you want. As soon as you get most of those feathers picked off, what you can do is just get you some fresh running water like we've got right here, and really just start tossing those birds around. And any feathers you've missed, or maybe the occasional BB and that blood, like, you know, that bloody water you just seen come out of there, you can get most of that out. And this is just a really good way to quickly clean a little mess of doves. And you can take these jokers from here and you can put them in the freezer, or like I said, you can season them up and grill them right there. I mean, it's kind of up to you at that point, but for whatever you want to do, those things are good to go just like they are.
Alright y'all, if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. This is a pretty fun dove hunt. We didn't just smash them, but we got to go shoot 11 doves this morning, and it was a lot of fun. Got to really warm up the old shotgun for a second. I'm a little rusty still on getting my GoPro turned on for when the birds are about to come. And those of you that dove hunt, you know that sometimes it's just really tough to get a camera turned on when you worry about shooting a bird, because you know you hear bird or hey man, there's a bird behind you, and then as soon as you turn around and look, the dove's right on top of you, and it's either shoot the bird or try to get a camera on. So that's just the small issues that we're just still trying to figure out, that I'm still working on. But Katie did pretty good today. The only issues that Katie had is, like, say there was a couple of blinds I put her on, and I didn't bring my dang training whistle. I didn't bring my dog whistle, so I couldn't cast her, and it just, she did fine. Everybody had nothing but good things to say about her, but it's more of a personal, I guess you could call it pride, whatever you want to call it, but you know your dog will perform. You know your dog will do exactly like it's supposed to, and then you run off and leave something as simple as a whistle, something really important that you need to have for, especially on a dove hunt. You know, you got far shots. Sometimes you get shots that are like in between rows and like in corn stalks and tall grass and this, that, and other. And you need to be able to catch that dog or stop it if it's went too far and things like that. But you don't have that, so then you got to be that guy that either lets his dog search until it finds the bird, or you know, you're the guy that's yelling at your dog across the field and nobody wants to hear that. So guys, don't forget your whistle. I'm pretty much gonna tie mine to my belt loop, I guess, so I never leave it at home again. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Once again, please hit that like button. It helps a ton. And here's a video, and here's a video that YouTube thinks you guys are probably gonna like. So go ahead and watch them if you have some time. And keep an eye out for more JVP content coming your way.